This play between the Connecticut Sun and Fever was egregious, and the fact that Mabrey did not get ejected was even worse. And it seems like the referees continue to do a poor job out there with allowing players to maul Caitlin Clark, to harass her. I'm not saying you can't play defense, you can't be physical, but they take it a step too far. And if the commissioner of the WNBA and the league doesn't step in and tells the players, look, enough is enough, we've got to improve this product, don't expect the fans to stick around. Michael Jordan was getting harassed and mauled by the Detroit Pistons, and it wasn't pretty basketball. The league stepped in and changed some rules, and you could say, yeah, Jordan benefited from it. However, they recognize Jordan's going to take us to the next level. And what happened? He did that for the NBA. So if you're the WNBA, you live off the NBA's money, and you're trying to separate yourself. You have a perfect opportunity to grow your league. You can't let this stuff happen, because inexcusable stuff. Now, shout out to the Fever. They did get the win tonight. Caitlin Clark had a 3 where she was just fired up to put it up to 20 points. And I can't blame her, because we see this time and time again from previous plays where opponents are just harassing her, dragging her to the ground, and saying, oh, it's Caitlin Clark's fault. When the reality is players are just allowed to do whatever they want. And it's like, is this basketball? Are we watching football here or wrestling? Like, I didn't know that's what I signed up for. And it's just going to turn you off as a fan, because you're not here to watch that. You're here to see Caitlin Clark put on a show, get her shots off, get to her spots, playmate. And look, you can play physical defense. You can do all that, but don't take it so far. But let's see what happened here.
I mean, is that displacement? I think it is.
Oh, and Marina Mabrey's going to get ejected.
That play by Marina Mabrey was unnecessary. You're not involved with the basketball play. The play is dead, and here you are going behind Caitlin Clark's back and shoving her. She's indefensible. She has no idea you're blindsiding her. And the fact the refs didn't take full control of this game and let Mabrey stay in is two things. Number one, you're technically, whether you mean to or not, are saying you can just do whatever you want around Caitlin Clark, and you can still have a chance of staying in this basketball game. The second thing is, it's not a good look on your product if you have refs who can't take control of a game and get things in order. Now, shout out to Sophie Cunningham, because she got up in their grills and said, look, you can't play that way. That's not basketball. And they need a team like that in the Fever. And she's the type of player they signed, and I'm glad they picked her up, because she's showing her value here, her grit, her toughness, and saying, look, you're not going to treat Caitlin Clark like that anymore. And we need more of that from players. So this is just ridiculous stuff. It's like WWE, really, where you're like, why are you even doing this? What was the point of making that type of play? Are you trying to make a statement? You're down by 10 points against the Fever. You're not having a good basketball team. And for you to feel like, oh, I got to step up for my teammates and let them know I'm here for them, it's like, okay, you can do that, but that type of play is inexcusable. And if this was happening in the NBA, and this happened to Michael Jordan, they would get ejected, or to a superstar player like a Steph Curry, a Kevin Durant, a Victor Wembanyama, a Luka Doncic, etc. The NBA referees would step in and get them out right away, because that is not necessary, and it's not basketball. And this is taken away from the game, because fans are going to remember this. Yes, the Fever handled business. They beat down the Connecticut Sun. However, they're going to remember the play of like Caitlin Clark's getting mistreated. It's another narrative about the refs not protecting Caitlin Clark. And if this continues, then if Caitlin Clark gets hurt and she's not available because the refs allowed this stuff to happen and didn't take control, and the league didn't step in, the ratings are going to suffer. And you just can't afford that.
If the officials saw that, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected.
Well, they're going to go and look at it.
Problem is, she didn't get ejected. And that's the most insane part. You see Caitlin Clark saying, what do I do here? I was just fouled and I'm getting bullied. And I can't blame her for feeling this way.
Look at Mabrey. She's got a scar on one side, a scratch on one side of her face, a scratch on the other side. It's not from the game today. I asked her about it.
I don't know why Mabrey's upset. You're the one who created that whole situation. You got yourself involved in a play that had nothing to do with you. You could say, oh, I was protecting my teammate. No, you weren't. It was dirty, and it was unnecessary.
Always in the mix. There's a lot of contact here. There's a scrape across the face. That's what Clark didn't like. And then Mabrey came in with a bump.
And Mabrey's day is almost assuredly going to be done.
The reaction by Mabrey versus Caitlin Clark, it's understandable why Caitlin Clark was upset because this girl scratched her in the eye. And it's like, what are you doing? You can foul me, that's fine, but don't come into my space and just rip my eye socket. Like, what are we doing here? And that's why she retaliated. And good for Caitlin Clark to stick up for herself because that's not a basketball play. Sure, you bumped him, but to put your hand out there and get in her eye, I don't get why the WNBA doesn't look at this further because we've seen this example before in the playoffs last year where she got poked in the eye. I think it was on DJ Carrington did it. So it's just another example of why the league needs to take this serious and stop letting this happen because you're enabling these players and you're saying, look, I don't care what you do to Caitlin Clark. Go out there and handle her and abuse her. It's okay. We don't care. It's all good. No, it's not all good. It's just a bad look on your product. So yeah, I mean, I just don't understand why this stuff continues to happen and making millions, but mostly making thousands, so they're going to let her have it. Plus, she gets all the attention. Yeah, probably. Yep. And she was cooking tonight. She had 20 points, and she shot 6 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from three. She was hooping tonight. I want to go to one more highlight. It was really cool from Caitlin Clark. I love this fire from her, and I just can't believe Mabrey was. And even Caitlin Clark got a technical foul. Why? She was just responding to being scratched in the eye. That just blows me. As you see this three she made, and she goes, "Yeah, you like that," to the bench. I love that type of fire. And that's how she needs to respond to this type of treatment. Yes, it's messed up, and this is how they're welcoming Caitlin Clark right now back into the WNBA. It is not going to look good if this continues, and the refs need to take more control. This is just a bad look, and we don't want to see this in any sport. Like if this happens to Sabrina Ionescu or Fee Collier, and players are allowed to just do whatever they want, tackle them to the ground or be dirty, there's no consequences. We don't want to see that in this league because it's a potentially a really good product if they handle things correctly. But if you continue to allow this stuff to happen, fans are just going to be turned off. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear thoughts about the incident between Mabrey and Caitlin Clark. Do you agree or disagree with the refs not ejecting her? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.